So Ben,
Yes.
what made you decide to get a hair transplant?
Well, what it was, I was receding, and then gradually, as I got older, it really affected my confidence and mental health. It started to depress me.
What age did you start receding from?
I could tell probably from 19 that I was starting to go thin at the sides.
And well, we have a picture here of how you used to look.
Yeah.
So that must have been quite hard at a young age to have receded like that. Was that just like really just knocked your confidence?
Yeah, it did. I wasn't happy with it myself. It was a miserable time.
How did that affect relationships you had?
I was actually on online dating websites, and someone actually came out and said, "Oh, you're nice looking, but I thought you had hair." So that was like the iceberg for me. That's when, like 5 weeks later, I said to my parents, I'm booking a hair transplant. Then 5 weeks later, I flew to Turkey.
What did you pay for it in Turkey?
About 1,900 to 2,000.
And how many follicles did you have taken from the back into the front?
I think it was 3.5 I was meant to have, but I think he ended up giving me 4,000.
Okay, so we have a photo post-surgery. Obviously, you've less hair there.
Yeah.
And was it painful? Because your head looks a little bit scabby.
It was more painful, the ache, lying in the chair, like on the table. It hurt a bit that evening. I remember feeling a bit frobby, but once the painkillers kicked in, it was absolutely fine.
I mean, your hair looks amazing now. Yeah, I'm a bit jealous.
Really brave to talk about the fact that it did have an impact on your mental health. I think you used the word depressed, didn't you? You said you were quite depressed. Has it affected any of your mental health?
I wouldn't say it's affected my mental health, but it definitely affected my confidence.
So what about what Ben said about, people online, on dating websites perhaps, saying, yeah, great, but I need someone with hair. Have any of you ever felt kind of knocked back? Or maybe you haven't even approached someone because you're not feeling confident about your hair?
I feel more comfortable approaching a girl if I've got a hat on. She can't see my hairline. But I wear hats all year round. Like, not just the summer, winter time. Even if it's cold outside and it's raining or it's snowing, I'll put a hat on and I'll put my hood up. Like, I will just always wear a hat. So if I was to get this procedure and it was to go well, definitely wouldn't wear a hat as much.
That hat at some point is going to come off, isn't it?
That does, but then I just rely on, my mindset there is I'll just charm her, and then when I take the hat off, it's not too bad.
How did it affect your confidence? Like, obviously it affected it badly, but after you had the transplant?
Oh, it was like a new lease of life, especially when I started to get thicker. The confidence grew with the months as the hair grew longer and thicker. Dating-wise, it completely changed the other way.
Has it been an issue with you and approaching people?
Yeah, but I think it comes down to, like, confidence sometimes, doesn't it?
Has Bradley got kind of good game? Or have you noticed his confidence?
Apart from his rubbish dancing, yeah, I would say, yeah, he's confident.
If we're going to, out shopping, then I'll just stick a cap on. It's much easier than messing about with my hair, especially when you've not got much of it, but,
Ben, do you have any advice for our surgery seekers?
Just if you want to do it, just go for it. It's like a life-changing decision for me. I don't ever think about it now. I worry about what hairstyle to have more than anything else, so...